Welcome to the second part of the retro game tutorial. In this part we will be setting up our build system and running our first build. Okay, now let's get started. So first, what does our build system consist of? First we need a C++ compiler. On my PC that is GCC, that's already installed with the distribution. We will also be using CMake to create our make files, and we will be using Qt Creator to load our CMake project and to build our project and run it using RetroArch. If any of these tools are not installed on your system, you need to install them now because we will be using them in a moment. So first, in order to make this a little bit easier to do, I prepared these three files you see here. You can download them from the video description. There will be a link in it. And now you should download these three files and put them in a directory on your PC. Okay, now let's get going with the real tools. So, as you can see, I already prepared these three files in this directory. And now I will be starting Qt Creator to open them. Okay, now click on Open Project. Navigate to where these files are stored and open the CMake list.txt file. So now Qt Creator is asking what compilers to build this project with. In this case, just use the default settings and click Configure Project. As you can see, Qt Creator now loaded up the project, and now we have everything open. So using this button here, we can actually start the build. So now let's click that. So as you can see, there were no error messages. We can also look at the compile output and see, okay, everything went fine. So the project has been built. Using this button, you can usually run it. But if you click on that, you see, okay, it doesn't need what to do. And the problem currently is that in our CMake project, we actually created a library. This is not an executable, but it is a shared object that's being created that cannot directly be run. This is what we expect because with RetroArch, you actually insert cores as plugins to RetroArch to run your game. And our game is a core for RetroArch. We will go over this in the next video, I think. But currently just go with it. So you see, we cannot run it directly. So what can we do to run our project? We actually go to Projects here, to the Run button here, and then we tell it how to run it. So actually, what is it? It is a RetroArch core, so we will be using RetroArch to run it. So use RetroArch, and now the command line to run a core with RetroArch is -L capital, and we can actually use this build dir define to tell it this will be replaced by Qt Creator with a build directory where this library is actually being built. And now we need to add the name of the core we're creating. The problem is I don't really remember, so let's have a look. This is our build directory where the game is being built, and here we see this is the shared library that has been created when we built the project. Let's just copy the name, insert it here. And now we should be able to run it. So let's go back to the edit view. So now let's click on run, and voila, here it is running. So now RetroArch is actually running our RetroArch core or our game. Currently it doesn't do anything. As you can see, I've set some names here and yeah, but nothing special. But as you can see, it's running with 60 frames per second. And yeah, from here, now we can start implementing the real game. Okay, so that's it for this video. In the next video, we will actually be looking at what the architecture of RetroArch actually is. And we will be creating a core that might do some graphical outputs. Because currently we just have this black screen. Okay, then let's see you in the next video. Bye.